Good time zone internet, hello and welcome to Design Club, the only game design show on the internet where my co-host forgets that I get a preview of what the scene looks like when we're on black, so I'm not surprised when he does goofy glasses things. I am your humble host, Will, joined as always by my pal, Geoff. Say hi to the people, Geoff.
Hi to the people, Geoff. Hey, everybody, I am Geoffrey Zatkin, the studio director of Extra Credits and Extra History, and more importantly for this one, I am a longtime game designer who has actually never played a Pokemon game other than Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
And I'm exploring it with Will because he's been extolling the virtues of the Pokemon-ness.
I don't know that I would call them virtues so much as I would call them unique peculiarities of the je ne sais quoi of Pokemon. Now, if you're watching this live, we know that this is not the Pokemon game that most people are playing today, and that's okay. If you're watching this later, we're recording on the 16th of October, which is the day that Pokemon Legends ZA comes out, which is just a lot right now. There's a lot of people who are very excited, and I can't even fathom. Yeah, they should be. Like, I'm glad that people are getting that game that they wanted to play, and I hope that the launch is going well. I haven't heard anything bad about it, but I did, it's kind of interesting, Geoff, as a small aside before we get started. The number of people I saw with
How many colors does this have?
So many. Geoff has been distracted by a shiny thing. Stream derailed.
I'm trying to turn it off. There we go.
I know. The number of people I saw post pictures of midnight releases for ZA was really high compared to other games. I think it's really actually kind of interesting to know that Pokemon is still capable of getting people out to a GameStop at midnight with other people to stand in a line to get a midnight physical copy of a game. Like, I hate to do this to you, Geoff, but do you know that there are definitely people in our audience who have never played a game that had a midnight release, like a physical release somewhere?
Like, I remember camping out for games.
Actually,
Actually, I remember camping out with my wife for Harry Potter releases.
Oh, yeah. No, back in the day, there were lots of big, like, that was, the midnight release was sort of a thing. It was like for books and like music albums, for movies,
We should explain this. So technically, every game, book, whatever, movie has a release date. But 1201 is an acceptable, hey, look, it's this day.
Yeah.
So there used to be a bigger thing, but for a while, if there was a big movie like when Terminator 2 came out or some of the others, there'd be a 1201 showing in theaters across the city, and there'd be lines of people waiting for that 1201 to click around. They let you in at like 1140 or something and
to get in line.
Your seats in 1201.
Yep.
Picture comes on because they wanted to do it then because they might then try and do like a 2:30 in the AM showing as well.
Yeah. And it's kind of a phenomena still, but less so, especially because like 11 a.m. Eastern, 12 a.m. 12 p.m. Eastern is now like the standard time for releases on Steam. So like some games do release at midnight, but midnight where is a question.
Hold on. I'm getting corrected from someone who used to work at a GameStop.
Okay. Yeah, it's just 12 a.m. It's kind of interesting to know that Pokemon can still do that, and I'm glad for all the people who got their midnight copies, and I hope you're all enjoying ZA.
Do you know, Will, when I was working at all of the various incarnations of Sony Online that were in the EverQuest one, there is an acceptable rule that you could miss work if you were camping out for a movie, if you were saving seats for like other studio members.
That's amazing. I love that.
Star Wars came out, like episode 1.
Yeah.
We had people camping in line for that, like saving spots for other studio members.
Yeah.
And it was perfectly fine. It's like, where's Bill? Bill's camping in line for Star Wars. Oh, okay.
Never mind. I think it's important to remember, and this is kind of a weird thing, because we would probably be doing it anyway. But part of our jobs is to retain a pulse of the cultural zeitgeist. Like, we need to know what's going on right now because, like, here's an easy example. Final Fantasy XIV is full of so many cultural references and puns, right? there like one of the weekly quests is a joke about improving society somewhat. Like it's a reference to a meme, right? And so that is a part of like game development and content creation and all of that. So without any further ado or getting sidetracked, shall we slide into the game?
Let's do it. Will. Whoa, I got small.
Yeah.
Where did we last leave our heroes?
We last left our intrepid heroes in Oreburgh. Actually, let me do it like this. So we are over here in Oreburgh. We got our first badge. Our next job is to head back to Jubilife City, and then I happen to know that we're going to be heading north to Floaroma Town. Is it Floaroma Town? Is it Floaroma Town? Tell me how you think it should be pronounced in the game without... Actually, it's probably in the anime somewhere. So someone who's watched the anime and can tell me how to pronounce Floaroma Town, do that. But yeah, that's where we're headed. So we're gonna get started.
And let's see. The other big one is, what Pokies do we currently have?
That's a great question. Right now, we have Chimichanga, who evolved last time. We have the boy. We have a Starly. We have Constantine the Abra, who is slowly working his way up to a level where evolving to Kadabra would be useful. We have Mantu, who is a Shinx with Intimidate. And we have a level 11 Onyx.
Onyx.
Yeah. It's Oreburgh, not Oreburgh. Yes.
Wait, was she there last time we walked in?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, that's right. This was the gauntlet of trainers, of miners hanging out in a mine.
Yes, that's correct.
Geodude.
So we're gonna breeze through a lot of these wild encounters because this is backtracking. I do just want to go smash the rock up there, because it's got... That's a new thing that we can do.
Chimichanga evolved recently. Like
last time.
Was it at the end of the last one?
It was during the gym battle, I believe.
So actually, tell me about the evolution. This is our first evolution that we've had, I think.
Yeah. So. Oh my god.
Adoof.
Okay. So it evolved into...
In case I'm not hearing any sound.
Ooh, you should be. I don't know why you're not.
If not, it's not a big thing, but...
Yeah, I'm broadcasting sound, so I don't know why you're not.
Good. Okay, so at least everybody else is hearing.
Yeah. So the big thing... There are two big things. One, the base stats of the Pokemon go up. And the second one is that in this specific case, we got a second type. So
he's now fighting as well.
He's fire and fighting, which matters a lot because we've been using his Mach Punch and Power Up Punch to take care of rock type Pokemon. And
you told me even beforehand that he was going to evolve into having a fighting type. So as we were checking out moves and we were picking the ones that your foreknowledge told us we should be picking.
Correct.
Which is one of the things we're exploring here is the deep knowledge you need to, well, not that you need to play Pokemon, but that they include into the game so that it can be, for people who know about it, optimized.
Yeah. Yes, it can. Nova's also correct. They so base stats change the moves that they can learn and possibly change their abilities. In this case, it didn't, but it could change their abilities. Sometimes Pokemon that radically change form when they evolve will change the ability significantly. And so that's a thing to be aware of. Plus we get, and the big reason we care about fighting is now we have stab. Right? Same type attack bonus. I love how... Which
is basically, and as you explained it to me earlier, that means if I am a fire type and I use a fire move, I do more damage than if I'm a, say, grass type and use a fire move.
That's correct. Yes.
So getting a second type gives us a wider range of moves that we get the bonus with.
Correct.
But also opens us up to a wider range of people who do well against that type.
Correct. But it also gives that type's resistances. right? And so sometimes there'll be Pokemon that have a secondary type that completely covers one of the weaknesses. That's rude. Of the first type, right? So for instance, if you had a flying electric type Pokemon, one of electric's weaknesses is ground, but flying types are immune to ground. So now the immunity takes precedence, right? None takes precedence over double. So
I was about to ask it, what would like? So say it's not an immunity, but say we had a Pokemon who is fire, so he's weak to water, and then he becomes also picks up grass or plant type, which is strong against water. What happens then?
Say those words again. I got excited by the Psyduck.
Oh, actually, hold on. Can you capture? Psy.
Yeah. We're getting the Psyduck.
This is one of my wife's favorite Pokies.
Yeah.
Because we've been watching Indigo League with my young child, and so we get to see.
So if I'm understanding correctly, what happens if you pick up a secondary type that is resistant to a weakness of your primary type?
Yes.
They cancel out and you are normal damage.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay,
you
so
sum their charts essentially, right? So we have that big chart of all the weaknesses and resistances.
Yeah.
You sum them, and then that applies, with no exceptions I'm aware of.
Gotcha. I was just reading that in chat. Did we? Oh, we did. We got a Psyduck.
Yep.
So is Psyduck as useless as Misty makes it sound?
No.
Yes. I think we have to name our Psyduck Misty.
Okay. We'll send it to a box for now. I don't actually know what's down here, by the way. I just know that we couldn't get here before, and now we can, so I want to. By the way, this is a fantastic example of Will has content plans and then immediately gets distracted. So we probably
just want to go pick up that another Psyduck.
Yeah, we only need the one.
Actually, when we are catching this one, will we be able to, or fighting it, can we tell if this one is better than our previous one? Or would we have to catch them both and compare them?
There are ways we could tell on the surface. However, it's not likely that we'll be able to do it here. One of the ways that we could tell, right, is that better can take the form of which ability it has, right?
I guess what I meant is, should we be capturing a couple of Psyducks and then seeing which one is the best when we get somewhere else and then just keeping that one?
That's a great question. We could. I don't recommend it, but we could.
Okay.
Let's see.
I'll go with your recommendation, but can you tell me more about why? Oh, we get a replacement?
Yeah, Fury Swipes exists. I think my current feeling is that Fury Swipe exists. It's very random, right? It only has 80% accuracy. It attacks between 2 and 5 times. And if it, like, the ceiling is very high, but the floor is that we just miss 5 times, which is unlikely, but possible, and will happen, right? So, yeah, so you can, but also that's sort of like letting the enemy, like letting the perfect be the enemy of the good, right? For most things that we care about in a single player playthrough, what we care about is that we have a Psyduck. Like, that's all we really care about. We don't super care about how good that Psyduck is. If we were playing competitively, right? If we had like a big Fury Swipes can't miss 5 times because it cancels the whole move if you miss once. Great. Awesome. Amazing. I stand by my choice to not learn Fury Swipes.
Gotcha. So it's a good enough scenario.
Right. Yeah.
As long as it's good enough.
Correct. We're not doing like a super hardcore Nuzlocke where like, you know, we're really depending on that Psyduck to hit specific breakpoints in a specific fight to knock out a specific Pokemon in exactly one move before it can do, you know, the big you're gonna lose the game move.
Yeah.
And so
Ooh. What's that down there?
There's an item.
No, but who's that?
Oh, that's a trainer, probably.
Oh. Stardust.
Yeah, the games are, I think Demonworks has it right. The games are balanced around the abilities of an 8-year-old. Okay, we can't get there.
Yeah, I'm always curious on that. Like, if the game was harder, my natural inclination, based on what I've learned so far, would be to capture a couple of Psyducks, or kind of what I do in Pokemon Go, where I basically am capturing hundreds of things and looking for the best one and kind of turning the rest into chowder.
The big difference here is that there isn't enough, like, catching Pokemon in Go is all you do, right? Like, the battling system is very rudimentary in comparison, right? Like, the focus is on a different part of the loop, right?
Yeah.
In Pokemon,
the focus really is the stats. Like, a good the fighting is so minimal because you're just tapping, and at the end of the day, it's a stat check.
First off, I have entered the void, and second off, Starly's evolving.
Ooh. Starly becomes bum 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 Star-Lord.
Staravia.
Oh, okay.
Close. All right, and now we leave. Yeah, I think that's a very good thing. In the main games, battling is the main purpose of the game, and the catching Pokemon is how you accomplish that goal. Right? Oh, check Staravi's ability. Okay.
Geodude.
Has cool mask, can shoot projectiles, can fly, Star-Lord. True. You're not wrong.
Yeah, I think this confirms my hypothesis.
Oh, sick. Staravia's also got Intimidate. Hype. So now we have two. Now we have
cast on entrance.
Correct. It is a free cast on entrance, which means that we could just, very rudely, if we would like to, continuously swap between Intimidate users. And the reason we would do this is because we're bad people and hate joy. Let's do a quick heal up, and then we'll head north.
There's Joy.
Yeah, Nakib's correct. Monferno is getting a ton of defense EVs from murderating all of those Geodudes in the cave. We've talked briefly about EVs, but the 2-second refresher is that we're the stats you get when you level up are determined by the Pokemon that you fought with that Pokemon. So we're gaining defense by fighting those Pokemon specifically. Have you considered getting a Gyarados for another Intimidate user? Yes. I could have a team that's all Intimidate all the time. It would fold immediately to a special attacker, and I don't know that I care. Anyway.
Should I talk about the Gyarados rug that we just had delivered to the house?
Ooh, very nice.
Impeccable timing. Okay.
These miscreants are babbling utter nonsense that I just can't stomach. Show them some manners, if you will. Oh, Professor, must you be so difficult? We are approaching you strictly as businessmen. All you must do is provide us with all your research findings. In return, we'll see to it that your assistant doesn't become collateral damage.
Dude. They're shaking down Professor.
Meet Team Galactic. They suck. Jeff, let's battle together and teach these losers a lesson. All right, welcome to doubles. Okay. This is big. This is actually one of the reasons that we picked this specifically, or that we picked this generation specifically, is the possibility space kind of kerplodes.
So, hold on a sec, Will.
Yes.
They didn't do the, I didn't hear, I don't have the sound, so did they do the, to prepare?
No, they don't get to do that. Only
unite the people of our nation.
Only Jesse and James get to do that because they're
to denounce the trouble, the evils of truth and love, and extend our reach to the stars above. Do you know that my wife and I are going as Jesse and James for Halloween this year?
That's amazing.
I just got my purple wig delivered.
It's fantastic. All right, I'm going to move us out of the way so that we can see this full thing. So,
man, we might have to change the thumbnail.
Maybe we could do that. So
Team Galactic. So we got a double battle.
Correct. So the way this works is that this one's a little weird because because we get all 6. Sometimes
we'll get all 6.
Yeah, we can choose between all 6 of our Pokemon. Sometimes you'll be given fewer. So you see that there are 2 bars in the upper right-hand corner above the Wurmple and the Zubat, right? They each only have 3 dots. So each opposing team member can only have 3 Pokemon. So it's possible, for instance, to bully one person out or one enemy combatant out so that only one is left, I believe. But the big thing that I wanted to talk about here is that the possibility space kind of explodes. Because now, when we click battle and we do Mach Punch, we have 3 targets, not 1. So this is kind of weird. There are cases and reasons where you would want to attack your partner Pokemon. This isn't one of them. But now, instead of having 4, we have 4 moves, use an item, switch Pokemon, right? Run if it's wild. Now it's 4 moves times 3 potential targets for any single target move, and non-single targeted moves like Surf or Earthquake have additional value in doubles. And all of the switches and all of the other choices are still intact, right? So, hey, let's just Ember this little bug.
Let's see, are bugs weak to fire? Or are we just... Whoa!
Yes!
Okay.
Yes, they are.
Look, he's bugging out. So I'm assuming double teaming one Pokemon is a pretty standard thing, as is things that can affect multiple Pokemon.
Correct. It's also worth noting that if you're doing, like, you're controlling both sides of a double battle, that's actually one of the big official competitive formats, and the tactics change radically because you can have a Pokemon whose only job it is to tank in a way that tanking is sort of neutral in single battles, right? Because if I'm not taking any damage and I'm not doing any damage to you, then it's just like we're burning our power points until nothing happens, right?
Yeah.
Until someone runs out of power points and we have to change strategies. But in doubles, if one Pokemon can make you attack them and then not die, my Pokemon gets the Pokemon in the other slot gets to attack freely, right? So it changes the dynamic of battle significantly.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we're gonna take Dragon Breath.
Wait, who's this?
This is Onyx.
Yeah, I feel like that's, when you're offered a superhero and Batman's on the list, you always take Batman. Anything named Dragon Breath?
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, right. Dragon move. It's Dragon. I don't know that we're going to use Bind. I don't know. I also don't know how rock polish is good, right? Because it's sharply raises the speed, so it's 2 stages. I think we're gonna swap out bind because it's also I can't. I am. And this is showing of a long history of getting XCOM'd. If it doesn't have 100% accuracy, it's like 50% accuracy. Like it just,
yeah.
I just hate the missing. I hate missing so much. It feels so bad to me. Like I would rather do 1 point of damage than miss, right?
Cool. We took their lunch money.
Yep. Because Team Galactic is benevolent to all, we shall leave. So, they call themselves Team Galactic, do they? When Pokemon evolve, they seem to release some sort of energy. I believe it's a mystic power far beyond our control, but Team Galactic seems to be trying to harness that power for something. Anyway, Geoff, well done. You battled quite capably. Seeing you trainers battle side by side with your Pokemon only makes me more confident in my decision to entrust you with a Pokedex. Geoff, did you know? The professor studies the evolution of Pokemon too. According to his research, 90% of all Pokemon are somehow tied to evolution. I guess that means some Pokemon must undergo startling evolutions. So, Geoff, let's keep working on our Pokedex project for the professor.
For the fans. I mean, the professor.
Whoa, what was that just now? That was amazing. Those guys looked awfully scary, but you sure showed them. Ooh, that was like a breath of fresh air. Anyway, my name's BB, and I work as a system administrator in Hearthome. Is it Hearthome or Heartham? Either one, city east of here. Now, as thanks for putting on such a good show, I'll let you access Pokemon boxes from anywhere. I'll also give these ball capsules to you. Ball capsules. Now you can use the capsule decoration feature from the ball capsules menu. You can customize your own capsule decoration by placing stickers on ball capsules. The stickers on your favorite Pokemon ball capsule, and it'll look pretty, and it'll look really pretty when it bursts open. Stickers will also give you an edge in these super contest shows where I live in Hearthome City. It's Hearthome. Thanks, Demonworks. Appreciate that one. Anyway, see you later. Okay, so
stickers are part of Pokemon canon.
Yes.
Actually, I just saw that because we met Richie.
Yeah.
In Indigo, who put stickers on his Pokeballs.
So now.
Okay.
And I can bring us back on screen for this. We don't need to go to a PC anymore, ever.
To a where?
To a PC. Before, if we wanted to swap stuff out, we would need to go back to the PC
to the Pokemon Center.
Sorry, yes. There is a computer, a PC.
Oh.
In the Pokemon Center.
Really? There's a PC in the PC.
Yes, that's correct. Which is why people never abbreviate Pokemon Center, because otherwise it get confusing. There are PCs not in Pokemon Centers, and every Pokemon Center has a PC. Prior to this point, we had to go there to swap out our team lineup, and now we can just do it wherever, which is really useful.
Cool.
Yeah.
Man, we have a lot of Sphinxes.
Yeah. Yeah, we do. Anyway, thanks for reminding me how many tries it took to get.
And we have a Psyduck.
Yeah, that's right. Did I take any damage? No, I took 0 damage. Great, excellent. Onward. Oh, a weak-looking trainer.
She didn't see the fight that happened like 20 feet away from her?
You have 1 Pokemon and I have 6. And you have a Bidoof. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm gonna need you to go to sleep. I'm gonna need you
mug her and take her Pokemon.
To go to sleep.
I mean, her lunch money.
Only sweet dreams.
Oh, dude.
Go to sleep.
You Bidoofed it in the mouth.
Go to sleep. Great. Anyway.
You defeat... Oh, she looks so sad.
Oh, you shouldn't have battled in the first place. Correct. Give me your lunch money. Okay. So we're just heading northish.
So I want to know if we should be bringing Psyduck into the party. Like, tell me about Psyducks.
Okay, we'll bring Psyduck in. We'll swap out the boy for Psyduck. We don't actually need the boy because we don't.
Don't we need him for Rock Break?
Nope. We get it from a wild. We get it from a wild. That's a sort of unique thing to this. You don't actually have to teach someone Rock Smash. if you use Rock Smash from your watch, a wild Pokemon that knows Rock Smash will come and use it for you.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is
So
a
you're
combat
just pulling
move.
Pogi out of the ether.
Yes.
What moves does Psyduck have? Look
Check
at
this
him.
out.
How can you not want him in the part?
Okay,
Oh,
so-
is that our first water?
Might be our first water. It has Cloud
Why
9.
is he not psychic?
That's later.
Okay.
It learns Confusion. Water Gun, Confusion. It also knows Fury Swipes and Tail Whip. So Tail Whip goes first. It has a neutral. Yeah, it has a neutral.
Yeah, what's
Nature.
Cloud 9?
Yeah, and the ability is Cloud 9, which means weather goes away.
Could that be bad?
It is anti-synergistic with some strategies that we might do.
Okay.
Right? So we need to be aware of it. That's
You
not
found an antidote.
That's not a good sign. So like here, right, we get the message.
And Bidoof just shows up.
Yeah. What's this? I just realized that I've been deep dungeoning this. So I've been playing a lot of the new Final Fantasy XIV Deep Dungeon, which is a roguelike dungeon. So I've been like subconsciously just skating past fights because I don't want to take them. We should be taking fights. That's my bad. That's a bit of cross game stuff. I should work on that.
Ooh, she's different.
Yeah.
She looks older. Oh, and she underhand tosses it to you.
Yeah.
She played softball growing up.
There's a lot of different there are a lot of different
over-leveled, Will. I feel like we're a little over-leveled.
What in the world would give you that impression, Jeff?
The fact that you just turned that plant into pate.
Yeah, it's probably fine.
Oh, she threw a second one out.
Yeah, should do. Unfortunately, this one is also grass type.
Hey, I just caught one of those.
So I think this is a really good way of putting it. Mikhail says about Cloud9 to build around, right? So weather synergy, like we could put out a sandstorm and have a rock team that doesn't care about the sand, or a steel team that doesn't care about the sand, right? So we're getting free damage on our opponent and we don't take any damage from it. And Cloud9 would be anti-synergistic to that. But if we don't care about the weather and our opponent's like, haha, sandstorm, we could be like, haha, Psyduck. And now our opponent has to set up the weather again, which is...
And that happens when Psyduck comes out or just be being in the party?
Most abilities only take effect when the Pokemon in question is on the field.
Dude, we smell nice.
Yeah, well, her Pokemon smell nice. Those are two nice
okay.
Pokemon. Am I going the right way?
I don't know.
Who can say? Yeah, we're going north. This seems right.
Where do you find the grass? Starly!
We could have someone else lead too.
Let's see, if they're all level 6 and 7.
Yeah, we should probably have someone else lead. I'll probably have Psyduck lead, and if we need to swap out, we will.
Sigh.
I also think that what Jeff is experiencing right now, and I do just want to call this out, is a prime example of why they bring some Pokemon back gen after gen, right? Like, because people have a Pokemon that is definitely their favorite. All right. Hey,
If there was a Gengar, I'd be making you put Gengar right up top.
Right, yeah, right. What's your opinion on bug Pokemon?
Dude, does he have 6?
I don't think so.
I thought I saw, but the way the UI slid for a minute.
Yeah, part of that's because you're getting a slightly framey version of it. No. it's
Okay,
getting
2. Oh, a cricket.
Yep, Cricketot is a cricket. Evolves into Cricketoon, a bigger cricket.
Oh, so confusion does damage, or
should probably actually be using this because stab. Yeah, and I think that people are in both chats are correctly pointing out that the national dex was lost in some more recent games, and lots of people were upset about that. And I think that feels correct, right? And why people were so upset about the decision to lock mega evolutions of the starters behind competitive online play in ZA. Did I tell you about this, Jeff?
No, tell me about
Okay,
this.
so the new mechanic for or the returning mechanic for ZA is Mega Evolution, which means that you can turn your Pokemon temporarily into a bigger, nastier version of that Pokemon to do cool things with during battle.
Mini kaijus.
Correct. Not all Megastones are available in the game. Some of them are only available as rewards for succeeding in ranked online play.
Interesting.
Correct. That's the best word to describe that choice. And yes, Go is currently the game with the biggest dex by a significant opinion.
There's at least 900 in the Go Pokédex.
Yeah, and yes, Durfee says you need a subscription to play ranked to unlock the Megastones. Yes. So you have to pay extra and spend time playing online in order to have a chance, if you are successful in your online endeavors, of getting the Megastone. Double battle.
Ooh.
We're the strongest in our class. We can one-shot this trainer, can't we, Liz? That seems unlikely.
Is this a 2-on-1?
No. We will get to send out 2 Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
Liv and Liz. Oh, they're double Pachirisu. Ugh, that's not a good lineup against double Pachirisu. Also, Intimidate.
Get the
Intimidate gets extra value because it affects both of them.
Well, we could do a swap for whatever you think is weak to bring in another Intimidate.
Correct. No, we're just gonna,
Is Psyduck on his way out?
Yeah, both of them are.
Oh, can you swap them both in the same move?
Yes, because each of our Pokemon would get a...
Okay. So we have a double Intimidate stack here.
Yes. Now, unfortunately, I'm reasonably sure the Pachirisus are going to be using special attack, which means it doesn't matter at all. Unfortunately for them, we have Onyx. Oh no, they're doing nothing because they're quick attacking after being double intimidated. I'm not a good person, chat. You ever realize you look at where you are and you're like, wow, I'm just not a good person? That's how I feel.
Hey, you're using the game as it's given to you.
That's true.
Is there pretty much ever a time when you wouldn't, for your actual damage, be double teaming since Pokemon don't get weaker as they take damage, it's like D&D.
Yes.
As long as they have at least one hit point, they are still fully functional.
So the reason might be if you're going to... Actually, I want to see how much this does. The reason might be if you think that you're reasonably going to one-hit KO.
Okay, yeah.
If you think that you're going to... if you think that you want to cause a flinch or other secondary effect from it.
Right, sorry, I said, for kind of a pure damage standpoint. I could see for like crowd control or buffs or debuffs
from
or other things.
From a pure damage standpoint, no.
Okay.
You want to focus on one slot. Oh yeah, we're not doing great here, but that's okay. I don't think they can actually hurt us. We're just kind of in a slugfest right now.
Double Intimidate to start out is definitely paying off.
That's correct. Well, they have baby doll eyes, so they're also debuffing us, but it matters significantly less. And because we started with Staravia and Misty, they both got a significant chunk of XP from merely being in the battle.
Right.
And that is another advantage of double battles, right? Is that if we start with 2 Pokemon...
Oh, that's right.
And we swap them out, because they were in battle, they'll get all of the XP from both of these Pachirisu. Or they'll get the full possible share of XP from these Pachirisu, right?
So Psyduck is going to have a jump here because it was starting out as the lowest level and started in the fight.
Correct. Yeah, they can't be paralyzed, and that's okay. I'm not throwing shade on Pachirisu. I'm just throwing shade on this Pachirisu. It's not all Pachirisu. It's this one specifically.
Dude, you're playing in Onyx. You're so tall, you're throwing shade on pretty much every Pokemon.
Yeah, someone mentioned in the comments of the last one, right, when we talked about Onyx, that Onyx is less dense than a person because of the ratio between their size and weight.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, right. And so they must be made of like some kind of volcanic glass or something because they don't actually weigh enough. Why do we have Onyx on the team? Because we can.
We're just getting, I think, to the point where we actually have a significant number of Pokemon that we can really swap in and around.
We are just now beginning to be in a place where we have reasonable choices that could be made. Also, agree, because Steelix is hype. Okay.
We've hit town. Into the Poke Center. Hey, Nurse Joy.
Will we have a Steelix? Hopefully.
Will, I can't remember. Have you ever watched the original Indigo League?
Or what you mean, the OG?
Yes.
Yeah. I grew up with it.
We just did like they got to the plateau, so they're doing the like actual league battles, and it's the first time they've deployed like 5 Nurse Joys at a time or 8 of the police Jennies. Like they just a whole bunch of them show up as opposed to 1 per town.
Yep.
It's fun to see them actually playing with the oh no, it's canon that there really are a lot of them, and there's a big scene that needs police.
Yep.
It's all Jennies. Okay, there are a lot of flowers.
Yep.
Oh, Galaxy.
Aren't we Team Galactic? And aren't we assigned here? Standing around among flowers. This doesn't seem all that cool. Hey, now don't complain. This is a pretty decent assignment, but bug and grass type Pokemon still creep me out. I don't like being here either. I believe that is the entrance to the meadow, meaning we cannot proceed until we've gotten rid of Team Galactic. So, don't know whomst we have to talk to.
Have we checked all the houses?
Not yet. Okay. Yeah, there is a lot of implicit aura in Pokemon that's just sort of waved off. That's correct. Why, hello there. Looks like you've played Let's Go and Kanto before. Would you like to go on an adventure in Sinnoh with this Pokemon? You obtained a Mew.
Mew. Whoa.
Would you like to give
Aren't
Mew...
Mews supposed to be super powerful?
That's correct, Jeff. We're going to have a conversation here in a second. Would you like to give our Mew a nickname?
Meow.
Okay, I don't like that. I'm sure it'll be a good partner to you. All right, and if you thought it was fun once, I gather you've seen a wishing star before. Would you mind taking this Pokemon? I think it would be perfect for you. You lost your mind before. You obtained a Jirachi.
Okay, I don't know this one, so...
This is another mythical, very powerful, very legendary, extremely rare Pokemon. Yeah, correct. So let's have a conversation about mythicals and event Pokemon.
Okay,
So
hold on. Let's give this one a name so that we can close this screen out.
yeah, chat.
I don't know enough about Jirachis to give this one a meaningful name.
What are we nicknaming the Jirachi, chat? Best name that I see first wins. It's the Wish Pokemon. I like Achu because bless you. Hoshi, Cookie.
Be careful what you wish for. Is that too long?
Astro. Cow. Why cow? Wish.com. Amazing. Now we can call it Star-Lord. That one gets it. Miguel gets it. It's Star-Lord. All right. So, Geoff.
Okay.
You know how
What just happened, Will? We wandered into a field and we got handed
2 mythical Pokemon. That's correct.
I want to know who has mythical Pokemon sitting around and hands them to children.
Random old people, obviously.
Okay.
So, here's what's up. These Pokemon can't be obtained from normal gameplay in any game to the best of my knowledge. They're only available from events. Sometimes they're only available for limited time in-person physical events where you have to bring a game into a store. Like you had to bring some games into stores and like do the event in store. There's been a long and complicated history of handing out mythical Pokemon to
children.
Yeah, Jirachi was originally a transfer from a GameCube spin-off that you needed to have the thing. Yes, correct. I have data on my save from playing on stream, Shield and Let's Go, Eevee. And so these 2 NPCs are here to give me these 2 Pokemon simply because I played other games in the franchise. But Pokemon isn't play to win. Pokemon isn't pay to win. Not at all. Definitely not. Certainly not buy 2 other $60 games in order to get Pokemon that were only originally available as part of spin-offs or limited time events, accessible to you in every playthrough of the game. That seems interesting as a choice.
Is there a way to like transfer save files from like, is there a hot market for save files just so you can load up and get extra Pokemon?
That's a big, complicated question. The shorter answer is not that I'm aware of, and the longer answer is because it's simply easier to generate the Pokemon and slide it into the game until it gets hack checked at a competitive event.
I'm just reading all the comments flowing through chat right now.
Yep. Competitive Pokemon is extremely pay to win. Correct.
Okay, so we have Meow and Star-Lord.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming these 2 are just going to go into our party.
That's correct. I'm trying to decide what we're going to get rid of. What's going to be the least useful.
We can get rid of Psyduck if we need to.
Your sadness, Geoff, about that indicates that that's simply not an option. So
no, I mean it's more of a. I was excited to see one.
Oh, yeah, I know, but okay.
So like, Constantine is interesting because eventually Constantine will give us travel.
Well, Constantine gives us travel right now, but also, do we need it? Right? That's a big question. Like, yes, it's useful. Do we need it?
Actually, I guess we could always slot Constantine in if we needed travel and then slot it out.
Yes, we're going to go over what they do here in a second, Chad. Worry not.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go to Star-Lord and we'll check the summary. All right, so it is a Steel Psychic.
Okay.
Okay. It's Rash. So it's special attack up, special defense down. Serene Grace boosts the likelihood of additional effects occurring while attacking. I'll wait for someone in chat to give me what that actually means. And it currently knows Confusion and the move Wish. One turn after this move is used, the user or its replacement's HP is restored by half the user's max HP.
Wow. Seems pretty useful. Actually, it seems useful in a protracted battle.
Mm-hmm.
Or as a way of not having to use potions if you're just grinding.
It's also extremely useful in circumstances where by rules you're not allowed to use potions or you're not allowing yourself to use potions, right?
Mm-hmm.
But those same rule sets would likely ban the use of Jirachi. Simply because of its stat totals. They don't look like it right now. Jirachi's stats are one of the things that's really good about it. In fact, it's one of the things that's really good about most mythical Pokemon, is their stats. Green Grace means that a move that flinches you 30% of the time, flinches you 60% of the time. Okay, Synchronize. This will receive the same status if it inflicts a burn, poison. Oh, if someone attacks Mew and gives it a burn, poison, or paralysis, it is also given to the Pokemon that gave it to us. Now, that won't always be...
reflect.
Correct. It won't always be effective. For instance, like Nova mentioned, electric types are immune to paralysis. So if we get paralyzed by an electric type, it won't do anything, but it might. And it knows Pound. Okay. Or reflect type. Which means that in the middle of battle, Mew can just change its type. This will surely not have any long-term ridiculous corner
so this is one where you may be targeting a buddy.
Correct.
In a 2v2.
Yeah.
So both of these obviously need to get leveled up because they are radically behind the curve.
That is correct.
What did we end up subbing out? What do we got right now?
So our team right now is Misty, Star-Lord, Mantu, Onyx, Chimichanga, and Meow. So
and we took out Starly?
We took out the Starly, and we took out the... I don't remember. Which means it wasn't important. Yeah, Mew can also learn all moves. That's correct. Mew is literally a build your own Pokemon. Oh, do we need to... Yes.
Oh, we took out Constantine. There we go.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's also talk about long-term play. So I just picked these berries, an Oran berry and a cherry berry. Cherry berry lets us, if we give it to a Pokemon and it holds it during battle, it will, of its own accord, without using an action, heal from paralysis. If we know that we're going to a battle that uses a bunch of paralysis effects, it's very good. I can keep 2 of them, or I can plant one of them again to get 2 more the next time. And these take real world time to grow. So this is sort of one of those, is Pokemon a lifestyle game kind of moments, right? Now, we could also hack the system clock, but like, we're not going to do that right now. Because later on we'll have a better reason to hack the system clock.
So also, like, this is something where really should you be planting both of them?
Probably. We'll plant. Well, would we plant? I think we'll probably plant one of each so we have them. Yeah, every berry has its own growth clock as well. Yes.
So what we need right now is also just a couple of fights to get our low-level Pokemon boosted up to...
Correct.
Plant a berry.
Okay, this is...
Chesto berry.
Chesto berries are no sleep. Till Brooklyn.
Till Brooklyn, yeah.
These are Peach berries.
So do people just set up little farm areas so they don't have to keep wandering back? Actually, where can you plant them?
In designated locations. So it is, I imagine, not uncommon to find a series of spots that are in like a similar location that you can fly to. So you will, like, in this case, right, we would fly back. Once we can fly, we'd fly back to Floaroma town, and then we would get all of the berries, right? We'd have like a circuit that we would like harvest. They made all the berries have different bushes. Yes, they're different shaped. There's a child. Help, trainer, please. Can you get my papa for me? He works at the Valley Windworks, but the people dressed like space aliens are mean and won't let me in. Don't worry, child. I'll take on an international crime syndicate just for you.
As one does.
Yeah. Oh, this is the Valley Windworks. And that looks like someone dressed as a space alien. But first, I need this item. I don't really need this item. But
actually, we've seen a lot of them at this point because there were 2 more guarding that path just up above you.
This is the point where Team Galactic, like, shows up. Don't you dare go into the Valley Windworks. I got orders to keep everyone out if they're not part of Team Galactic. You're giving me a look that makes me think you're gonna try to get in. Okay, then you'll have to battle me for it. Yes, Ice. Drifloon still only spawns on Fridays. That's correct. We'll have a conversation about that.
Oh, meow. Nice.
Also, you can't hear it. We have unique battle music.
It'd be nice to hear it.
I know. I don't know why you can't hear it today, but... Digress. Yeah, we need to talk about the honey tree. We need to talk about Drifloons only spawn on Fridays.
There you got punched. Oh, dude, you punched the cat in the face.
That's correct.
Excuse me.
That's why I swapped. Okay.
Whoa. 5 levels. Or 1 to 5, so 4 levels.
Yes. Yeah, these are much lighter in the games than they are in, like, some of the other stories. Like...
Wait, what are much lighter?
The weird Poke crime syndicates. There's a different crime syndicate for, like, every game hair. Or every generation has a different group of people who are, like... soccer hooligans in Sword and Shield, or like Team Galactic or Team Rocket or Team Aqua and Team Magma, right? Chat, am I losing my mind? Aqua, Magma. Tell me about your favorite team.
Rocket.
Obviously, it's Rocket. Skull and
There's
Aloe
a lot of
Aloe.
level ups from that. Kitty Cat had XP to hand out.
Yeah, that's fair.
Defeated and lunch money. So does he now run? What? Oh, let's see. Ooh. Man 2, what are you going to become?
This is why it's funny. Oh, it's not funny yet. It will be funny.
Luxio.
Still just electric. Can't do a thing if I lock myself in my works key. That's right, the other works key's not here. My cohorts in the flower patch have the only other one. Ha ha ha. In that sense, I'm no longer the loser. Kerchunk. Okay, guess we're going
What a
to
bad
flower
loser.
patch. Yeah, Team Yell because Marty's theme rocks. That's true. Rocket, Aqua, Magma, Galactic Plasma, Neoplasma, Flare, Skull, and Aether, Yell, and Star.
There's one named Yell.
Yeah.
Star seems like it should be nice. Dude, those googly eyes.
Diamond, Pearl, Platinum have the most JRPG plot lines. Yeah. In that we've established this before that a JRPG is any game in any form of control or playstyle in which you kill God with the power of friendship. That's my definition. It doesn't matter how you do it. It doesn't matter what the battle style is like. No, none of that matters. If you kill God with the power of friendship, it's a JRPG. That's what I have decided, because we can't have an agreement about it otherwise. So I've given everyone a hard and fast rule that will leave no doubt as to what is and is not a JRPG. So all of the Pokemon games where you fight gods, JRPGs. The ones where you don't, not JRPGs. Problem solved. Hades 2, JRPG. Divinity, JRPG. Yeah, correct.
Death Note?
Sure, we'll go with that. Also, we got a Pachirisu because I wanted one.
Ooh.
Because it's cute.
Let's see. You didn't give it a name, Will?
Yeah, I don't.
What kind of monster are you?
An efficient one. An efficient one, Jeff. Who is keeping an eye on the time. We, Team Galactic, are conducting research in Eterna Forest. This is as far as you'll go. Our research involves catching Pokemon in the flowery meadows of Floaroma Town. We're also using the energy of Valley Windworks for something, but that is of no concern to you. Now that we've told you exactly what we're doing, go away. All right. Thanks for telling the kid who definitely has JRPG Pro Tag energy.
You kind of do, won't lie. Ooh, they moved.
It did.
Up the stairs.
Enough arguing. Hand over that sweet honey. Do as we say. Team Galactic will have that honey. We must have it to attract Pokemon in great numbers.
Oh, honey.
Hey, this kid's a witness. What'll we do? Let him sleep with the fishes, boss. We can't have the brat running off to get help. The solution's simple. We must ensure the brat stays quiet. We're part of an international crime syndicate, but still obey the rules of Pokemon battles. It's fine. We're not going to worry about it. It's fine.
It's just part of how the world works, Will. Just like, asking what are they eating on the hamburger.
Right. Yeah, no, that's fair. It's valid. We do have certain conceits. This is not nearly as funny to me as... Have you ever played the GameCube game Custom Robo?
I don't think so.
Okay, so Custom Robo is a phenomenal game. It is a robo fighter in which you customize all the parts of your robot, but the battle style is like sort of an omniscient third-person view, and you can do first-person, but like don't. And you fly around and you defeat people, but the conceit of the game is that you are a bounty hunter who uses and Custom Robo, like the robots are like this tall, and they're in like, you fight in like little tiny digital arenas, but that's how you stop criminals, is that you have a custom row battle in the tiny arena cube. It gets weird. Like, all I'm saying is Pokemon is not the weirdest way to do this, but it is definitely a weird way to do this. Also, if you have a GameCube and can find a copy of Custom Robo that won't cost you an arm and a leg, highly recommend it as a wild ride. I will say nothing more about the story, but goodbye, Tail Whip. We do not need you. It's not Metabots. It is not Metabots.
Water pulse.
Yeah, we'll just have a card battle during a motorbike chase. Exactly. That's also true. Yeah, criminals technically use robos outside the arena, but they still have row battles. Like... You can also get, like, illegal parts, which aren't allowed in sanctioned play, but you'll need them to beat the final boss and, like, all kinds of stuff.
Ooh, what is that one?
It's the evolved form of Wurmple.
Okay. Ooh, that's a new attack. Psyduck is getting some power. Man.
By the way, you see now why I'm
definitely...
like very down to talk about Custom Robo or other stuff while we're just like breezing through all of these. Yeah, correct. Wurmple can evolve into 2 different things randomly, right? Random, chat? The Wurmple flip is 50-50. Yeah, the funny part is that the grunts still give you money if you beat them after you witness them doing a crime. but they follow the rules of Pokemon battles, so you want a Poke battle, so you get the money. It is time of day.
I don't know how the world works. Well, effects of the weather disappeared.
Goodbye.
Critical hit.
What if I simply crit, chat? Jeff, you ever play Final Fantasy Tactics?
Oh, yes.
So I started my Tactics playthrough on the channel yesterday because they got the
Oh,
remake.
nice.
It's very good. It's fully voice acted. All of the cutscenes and all of like the pre-battle like mini animatic cutscenes, all fully voiced. Voice acting is great. It's got a lot of quality of life features on like party management and in combat stuff. Like you can see the turn order. It's great. It's phenomenal. I got to the Dorter Slums,
Okay.
right, which is a notoriously difficult fight if you've never played Tactics. You were essentially...
I've actually solved it 3 times, I believe.
Yeah.
Twice on the original console.
Yeah.
And then once later on my iPad.
Yeah, so you are boxed into a tight alleyway, and there are opposing black mages who will just level your entire team if you don't move. Anyway, one of them targeted my knight. I managed to move the knight around behind their knight. The fireball splashed onto their knight, killed him, and my knight parried.
Nice.
And that's how you win one of the hard early game fights. You just simply parry, forehead. I will simply crit. That is my plan.
Remember there's another one like that where you start out low and there's like archers all up high just raining arrows down on
Yeah,
you.
Dorter Slums also does that because there's the building up to your left when you start. That's got a couple of archers where Delita and Argith just immediately book it up the building and run away to punch an archer.
I also have fond memories, and tell me if this is still true, of getting to a point where everybody has learned rock throw, because once you've defeated most of the opponents, you throw rocks at your party for a while.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Jeff. I certainly haven't begun throwing rocks at the back of Argith's head whenever possible. JP is
for those
hard to get.
unfamiliar, Final Fantasy Tactics gives XP for every executed attack move. Some other moves, but every attack move. So if you pick up the low-powered throw rock attack move, you can throw rocks at party members and get XP every single turn, even when you couldn't do things, or possibly even delay winning the battle, just so you can all decide to have a friendly rock throwing contest at each other.
Correct. Anyway, the game is wild. If you like turn-based tactical games, Final Fantasy Tactics Remake
It is one of the original OGs.
Yeah,
Along with some of the original OG badass summons.
that's true. Anyway, this brat's tough. Like, really, really tough. Tougher than I can put into words, and I know a lot of words. We're done for now. Let's get back to the Valley Windworks.
Take his key.
Oh, what's this thing? They seem to have forgotten it. It's a works key. It must be for the Valley Windworks. It's of no use to me. You may as well have it. You obtained the works key. You put the works key in your bag's key item pocket. Thank you. You surely saved me. Those goons were trying to rob me of my sweet, sweet honey. They sure were weird, though. You saw how they were dressed. What they were saying didn't make a whole lot of sense, either. Oh, I need to thank you. Will you take this as my thanks?
Are you about to get honey? Yep.
You obtained a jar of honey. You put the jar of honey in your bag's other item pockets. If you slather that honey on a sweet-smelling tree, it might attract Pokemon. Also, this is just really pretty.
Oh, this is where we got our screenshot from.
There is a sweet scent in the air. Slather the bark with honey?
Let's see what shows up.
Is it now or later for honey trees, chat? No.
What's in the house?
Nova, can you data dump for me real quick? I don't want to screen transition in case that undoes it. It might attract a Munchlax. A honey tree will generate a Pokemon in 6 real-world hours. That's what it was. Okay.
So we need to come back here next time.
Yeah. But we're also beginning to see, so there is also a thing, which we'll begin talking about now as I run back to the works to defeat a galactic boss, is that we're beginning to see in this segment all of the real-world time-gated stuff. So we have we had Pokemon that we kind of knew that there were Pokemon that were only available at the day and at night. That's not, there haven't been many, if any of them so far, but those do in theory exist. Now we've got berries we need to plant and come back later. Honey trees, which we need to slather in honey and come back 6 hours later. And there's a Pokemon which will begin appearing in this area after we defeat the boss of the zone, who we're headed towards right now, who will only appear on Fridays.
So we're about to start setting up your checklist, Will. Like,
correct.
You need to come back in sometime before 24 hours to get that Pokemon, possibly check the bushes.
Right. And that's sort of one of the big, I guess, interesting choices that they've made towards moving Pokemon into what is fundamentally a lifestyle game, right? You know, check it for 24 hours, it loses the Pokemon. Great. Okay, this is gonna go alert the commander. This has super secret ultra hidden ability and you have to level up between 5 and 5:59 p.m. Amazing. All right, come here, fight me.
How do people find these things out?
Some of it's data mining. Some of it is an incredible persistence. There are people who are fanatical in their devotion to the...
Right. But if this is a game meant for 8-year-olds...
The 8-year-olds don't find it out.
Sigh.
Yeah, that's true. Every gen they had a new time gimmick. They had a bunch of stuff related to ID. True. Amazing. Its only move. It's mostly data mining. For instance, in Sword and Shield, right, chat? That's not the first appearance. There is a Pokemon where you have to turn your device upside down to evolve it.
Oh, they have that in Go because I discovered it the other day.
It's in Go too. It's any game with a gyro. Inkay, yeah, you have to turn upside down. It was on the DS originally. To turn it to Malamar, you have to flip your device upside down, as an example, right?
My son and I were sitting in a coffee shop doing a Poke Date, and we got to that one to evolve, and I had to go look it up on the internet.
Yeah.
And I turned my phone upside down for him, and he thought it was the coolest thing that the evolve button then lit up.
Okay. So here's Nova's data dump. There are 21 honey trees in the game. 17 of them have a 90% chance of summoning a Pokemon. 4 of them, chosen at random when you start a new save file, have a 91% chance, with the 1% being a Munchlax. Munchlax trees are not visually distinct from normal trees in any way. In the OG game, this is the only way to catch a Munchlax. Suffer. Also, we just took this Team Galactic Grunts bonus. My Pokemon can't battle anymore. They're going to take away my Pokemon for messing this one up. Just you wait. Our commander will smoosh you.
Is this commander?
This is the commander.
Oh.
I'm one of Team Galactic's 3 commanders. We've been trying to create a new world that's better than this one. But people have shown little understanding about what we do. You don't understand either, do you? It's a little saddening. So let's have a battle to decide what we should do next. If I win, you leave. If you win, we, Team Galactic, will leave. Okay. Yeah, I think that's true. Snackin's correct. That part of what gets Pokemon its cult following is the high amount of urban legend that crops up, right? Who tried to get the truck to move so you could get Mew? Right? If you were that age, you probably tried to get the truck to move, right? So this is an example. I think this is the first time we've seen U-turn. U-turn is a move that lets you switch. What do you think you're doing to my Pokemon? Okay.
What are you doing to their Pokemon?
Hours wasted on the truck. Missing no, though. True. True. So, I can see vaguely why I can understand conceptually why the Pokemon Company is against hacked Pokemon. My big problem from a player standpoint is that it feels to me disrespectful of player time and resources to have things that matter beyond such uncapped RNG cycles, right? Like, you're not guaranteed to get Pokemon of any specific type with any specific ability, for instance, in many cases, right? You need to go through a breeding thing and then you might miss, right? There's all kinds of like time-consuming things that need to be done to develop a competitive team. And I understand that there's some amount of mystery that they're trying to preserve, but there's no balance, in my opinion, struck between the competitive scene and like the casual scene, right? Like, it's cool to have like the casual thing, but like it does in some ways feel a little like Smash competitive, which is they don't really want there to be a competitive scene, but now there is one, so they have to do something about it. And I guess, but like, do you have to? Right? And that's fair.
It's funny, I think the most extreme version of this I ever saw was when Star Wars Galaxies originally came out, the first Star Wars MMO. And Lucas had basically, or the Lucas team had basically, when giving the license out, it said, this is the time period it's set in, which was after, I think it was after movie 4, so the original movie, but before movie 5. I think it's somewhere around there, which meant that there's basically no Jedis.
Yeah.
And the team that we know of, and the team was like, hey, people are going to want to play Jedis when it's Star Wars. And they're like, okay, you can have a couple per server. And so the team had to figure out a way to allow a couple Jedi per server when tens of thousands of people would be on each server and would want a Jedi. And ended up with just like this weird kind of seeding thing based on your character, and certain events you might witness in game. Like, it was because they couldn't let everybody who wanted to be a Jedi be a Jedi, and it couldn't really be earned because people would eventually go through all the hoops to earn it. And it was like, so I understand the base problem that they want some things to be rare.
Yeah.
And it's not like that bad of the problem, but they also, like, if every 8-year-old could get it, all competitive teams would end up with whatever the best perceived Pokemon of max level were just standing there, because if it's 8-year-old earnable, an adult who's grinding is going to get it all.
Yeah, right. Okay, so we've defeated Team Galactic, or we've defeated Commander Mars. Team Galactic has left because she made a bet with a child on the outcome of the Pokemon game, and she only has 2 Pokemon.
Seems like a poor choice.
No one has credited Team Galactic with an overabundance of brains, Jeff. Not a single person. Anyway, Team Galactic.
What was her name? The commander?
Mars. And they were saying they had to gather Pokemon and energy no matter what. It was for creating a new universe, or so they claimed. Nothing they said made any sort of sense to me. Anyway, I can't tell you how grateful I am to you for saving me. I can finally see my little daughter again. Papa! Yuck, Papa, you're stinky. Go shower now, stinky. Oh, sorry. They had me working nonstop. Thank you, trainer. You made those bad people go away. I think the balloon Pokemon will come visiting again. This is horrifying. This seems like an innocuous line until you catch a Drifloon and read Drifloon's Pokedex entry, in which Drifloon kidnapped children by pretending to be balloons. Horrifying. Absolutely. We're not going to catch a Drifloon on stream, so I just want to bring that up, that this is a horrifying line with that context, right?
We have, so basically Team Galactic is the good guys. They are driving away
that's
the
not
Drifloons and
necessary.
attempting to make a better universe.
I don't think that's what they were doing. I think that was a side effect.
Hold on. Cat doing weird things. Be right back.
Okay. It's not strong enough to lift them, so its existence is a joke. True. Yeah, Drifblim can lift them. Actually, I have a question, chat, of those watching. And if you're watching later and you've gotten to this point, do leave a comment below letting us know. Have you ever seriously played competitive Pokemon? I don't mean like, hey, I've got my team and my siblings got their team where I'm going to play with my friends. Like, gone to a tournament, like an official sanctioned tournament. Have you gone to one of those? Because I am kind of curious what the overlap is between people who are just like watching a playthrough that's more crunchy focused and competitive players. For the TCG. Okay, I don't mean for the TCG, but that's a good point. I mean for VGC. Read a shiny team for online competitive. Never been to a real tourney. Gone to a Vancouver regional once. Nope. We're talking about competitive, Jeff. Saying who in chat has ever been to a tournament. Just playing ranked in tournaments on Showdown count? No, because Showdown isn't real. That's the short version. There's a more complicated and nuanced version to Showdown and Smogon, but like, I just wanted to come back here because it's pretty.
Can
That's
you
right.
cliff dive?
Do we have to come back with the bike that can bunny hop? I think we have to come back with the bunny hop bike to get up there. You've been present for a tournament, you were drunk. Okay, cool. That's fair. Valid. Reasonable. Yeah, that's correct. Pokemon tries really hard to pretend that Showdown doesn't exist, and we should absolutely work to keep it that way.
What is Showdown?
Showdown is a website that uses data mined from all of the Pokemon games to do cross-generational Pokemon battling, because you can read out all of the everything. How many of these do I have? I have like none of these. I'm just gonna grab a couple of things. And so it's a case where like you can use different generations like movesets against each other, and it's a common online way to do competitive 1v1 battling, as opposed to the official way that competitive is done, which is 2v2s. It's not official. It's not official. It's not endorsed by the Pokemon Company. Pokemon Company could take it down at any point. They haven't yet. And that's about it. Yeah. Champions will be like a legit Showdown. Kind of. We don't know the extent to which champions will emulate the full functionality of Showdown. We also don't know if champions coming out will be the point that Pokemon lets all of their rabid shark lawyers off the leash and just tells them that Showdown tastes like barbecue sauce. Because that's a possibility. I do want to inject into people's minds that when we're talking about that is a possibility. That the only reason that Showdown exists is because there's no direct competition with a product made by Pokemon, so it's not worth their time and energy. With Champions coming out, it might be worth their time and energy to take down Showdown.
Actually, Will, let me add on top of that.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was the place? What was the the
Showdown is the unofficial one. Champions is the official one.
They might be using Showdown as art research.
Yeah, absolutely.
Watching
100%.
what they've done, watching what people like about it, and being like, oh, cool, okay. Let's go make our own official version now that is
better.
I'll just say better.
Yeah, better. Yes, better in the ways that Pokemon Company wants it to be better, right? Which is monetizable, for instance, right? Or more strictly controlled on which on how different mechanics interact, right? I think, by the way, that this is probably a good place for us to wrap today. Okay. We could keep going, but we've defeated Mars. We've freed.
I'm going to make a whole new thumbnail, by the way. I want either Team Galactic or Commander Mars in it.
Okay, that's fine. I that was originally my guess. I wasn't sure how long it was going to take to get there. Yeah. I think this. I just wanted to circle back around real quick to these time-based mechanics. Jeff, why do single player games, and we're going to pretend like this is a single player game in its purest sense, because you could completely ignore the online. Why do single player games put time-based mechanics in like this?
There are different reasons. One of which is, I'll just call it a joy factor. So pretend, Will, that you're a normal person who goes to work every day, comes back and then gets, talks to your spouse, your family, your friends, whatever, and gets an hour or so every night to, after all of that, go play games.
Sure.
First thing that happens when you log back in is you have a whole bunch of treasure waiting for you.
Sure.
Like, it's treasure that's not going to break the game. It's that you kind of like, you literally sowed the seeds for, and it gives you a small set of things to do that are happening kind of on your schedule. You come back in, you get a whole bunch of free berries, you go and you catch that Pokemon that's licking the tree and with its tongue stuck to it. It gives you some kind of immediate directive to go after that feels fulfilling and not random. It's not like a jackpot where you come in and like, you get one free spin, kid. It's, look, you planted berries. Look, you put some honey on the tree. Look, you did these other couple things. Come get your rewards for it. And so that's the most kind of benign version of all of these, is that it's giving you loot when you come back in, so your beginning of the experience feels nice.
Yeah.
And because like this isn't, say, Farmville, where they need you to keep coming in to buy microtransactions.
Yeah, this is I'm being very specific about the bounds of this being single player games, because you're absolutely right, Geoff, that like the multiplayer Farmville like Dark Patterns thing is very real in other cases, right? But here, less so, it feels like.
They're not making money from you doing this. In a tiny way they are, because they're also extending the duration of your game in some ways. But the real one for this is you're giving players the ability to basically reap rewards every time they come back in and play, based on what I'll call is a standard playing pattern, which is somebody who only gets a little bit of game time each day.
Yeah.
And for kids as well, like you come back from school, you've done your homework, and mom's like, yeah, you get, you get your 1 hour of screen time to split between your Switch and your, YouTube and your whatever else, your Roblox, and you get to log in and be like, cool, reward.
That one borders a little bit on it, because then like you're setting up the expectation that every time you log into a screen for like, you're getting that big dump of dopamine, right? The big like, I get all the rewards and all the shiny things. But yes. Yeah. And yes, chat, the turnip price network is so real. Twitch chat is currently talking about turnip prices in Animal Crossing. It's a sort of collaborative weekly check-in thing. I think for me,
I said, like, that's the benign one.
Yeah.
You're setting up things to give people nice stuff when they come in.
Yeah. Also, I like the cloud moving across the sun.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Their shadows are nice.
Yeah. It's very well done. It's very pretty. It's a very pretty Pokemon game. From a streamer perspective, it drives me up a wall.
Oh, sure.
Right? Because like, and this is not a uniquely Pokemon thing. Real world time-bound mechanics that aren't like, there's an event that's up for like this 2 weeks, drive me clean up a wall, right? Because MMOs have fish that are only up at certain real world times. If you're familiar with Final Fantasy XIV, I have caught every fish, except for one ocean fish, in the entire game. It's impossible to stream that journey with any kind of consistency. Here, because we're streaming this, we can't catch a Drifloon on stream, which is weird. We're not going to be able to set up and catch a Pokemon from a honey tree on stream, which is weird, right? So it's a particular... But
it's also just part of the game.
Yeah, correct. It's a I understand that it's a unique group of like complaints, I guess, that I only have as a streamer. But whenever we talk about time-bound mechanics, I feel badly about them, because I see that way that it impacts me, even though I understand and fully expect that I am in the ultra minority of people for whom Pokemon will have that friction. Right?
It also discourages binging on games.
Yeah.
Like, if you were like, hey, cool, I have today and tomorrow off, I'm going to see if I can go finish this Pokemon game with, 20 hours of gameplay.
Yeah.
It means you're just going to miss stuff.
Yep.
Which is not a good or a bad. It's just, but I think in a lot of cases, they're setting up a thing like, it is a very, honestly, certain type of designer mentality to be like, cool, let's set up things that happen later.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think DWABC's got a great point, right? That in the same way that nocturnal Pokemon that you can only catch at night creates a kind of harmony, right? Mm-hmm. That's a ludonarrative harmony. I have to play the game at night to catch Pokemon that only show up at night.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense, right? I think there's a difference. There's a small but important difference between that and come back in 6 hours from now. But that's...
And it's also weird because, or not weird, Pokemon could have made it where, every 20 minutes a day passes in the game.
Minecraft style.
Mm-hmm. Where they're pegging day-night cycle to a real world time.
Yep.
But that's also in some cases, like, for a game you can pick up and put down at any point, that also can feel punishing in a different way.
Yeah, I agree. And chat, I'm not saying that other people don't have problems with time-bound mechanics. I'm saying that my problem about not being able to make content about it easily is my problem. Right? I am whining professionally about its impact on my ability to make cool content out of it. That's a different, very specific concern, to be clear.
Right.
Yeah. So I think this is a good place for us to leave. We've defeated Mars. We've freed Floaroma Town. Next time, we're going to be on the way to Eterna City, which is right up here. So we have to go north through the Eterna Forest and across Route 205 to get to Eterna City to catch up with our rival Will. So that is where we...
He's going to have his mind blown when we show him we have a Mew.
Yeah, we also talked about that. Do you, now that we've sat with a bit, do you have any thoughts on the whole idea of just, hey, you've played other games in this series, have this incredibly powerful Pokemon as like a thing that occurs?
I mean, I've seen other kinds of games do things like that in franchise, and I've seen it for pre-orders, pre-order Mass Effect with the Commander bundle and get, this cool, N7 uniform and extra gun, and like video games handing out extra stuff for pre-orders, collector packs, like franchise, etc., is just part of it. So it's not surprising just because I've seen games do this for over 30 years.
Yeah.
Or at least over 20 years. But I could also see some kids being really disappointed. How did you get the Mew? Well, I had this other game. And the kid's like, I want a Mew.
Right. But you got the one game. Right. We often, so there was another study that came out that confirmed that we're still in a space where about half of gamers purchase, or people who would self-describe as people who play video games, purchase one or fewer games per year. So it's not unreasonable to assume that if that wasn't that kid's that one game, they may simply not get it. Right. And so there is... I
wonder how much that's getting thrown off, by the way, by free-to-play games.
Free-to-play and mobile. Yeah. I think the data needs to be more unpacked. It's an interesting data bite, but I do agree that there is more nuance that needs to be massaged out of the data to see a little more finely what those groups mean.
Say they captured a lot of people that play League of Legends and Clash of Clans, and a whole bunch of others. Their data sample might include a whole bunch of people that actively play games and pay lots of money, but are playing a free game.
Yeah.
Like there was no purchase price.
Yeah. I have so many thoughts. We're going to save them all for next time. Chat, thank you so much for joining us. I have one small administrative announcement to give to all of you before we wrap for today, and that is this. If you're still here and you're watching this far in, it means you probably like our content. If you like our content and us being ridiculous together, please stop by October the 25th. It's 9 days from the day that we're recording this. We're going to have my birthday party here on YouTube and Twitch. We are going to be doing some Rock and Stone for charity. Matt and I are going to be hanging out while I play some Deep Rock Galactic with friends and mods. Crowd Control will be on. It's a wonderful extension that will let you do things like spawn hideous monstrosities or give us ammo to deal with said hideous monstrosities or whatever, with all of the donations to charity letting you trigger those effects. It'll be a really good time. We're going to be going for 12 hours. We'll have guests. We'll have a public domain movie break for dinner. It's going to be a great time. Please mark your calendars. October the 25th, noon Eastern to midnight Eastern. Please don't miss it. We'll be back here, of course, as well on Monday with a Games for Breakfast, and we'll be back next week with another Design Club. We think we know what that one's going to be on, but I need to see how the servers for a game that just launched are doing next week, because right now the hamsters are eepy, so there may be some obstacles for that.
The hamsters are clamped on and just doing the circle on the wheel.
That's correct. The hamsters are hanging on for dear life. So until next time, please take care of yourselves. Please take care of each other. Geoff, do you want to say bye to the people?
Bye to the people. Thanks, everybody.